comes to showing people you love them around the holidays, a unique local find could be just the ticket to giving the perfect gift.
I was very passionate about helping people in general, and I found that through research that this was going to be something that could really change people's lives.
It's the time of giving, and choosing local businesses can be a great thing for your community's economy. Plus, you can make it a win-win situation by spending a bit on yourself. Let's call that self-care.
Just kind of a joyful time of year. So yeah, because you're giving a gift, but then you always end up buying one for yourself too.
This holiday season, WRTV is bringing you a special small business focus edition of Inside Indy. We did all the hard work for you and scoped out nearby hidden gems so you can tick off your holiday shopping list with thoughtful, locally sourced items. Each business, well, it has its own unique story.
Our logo is all kind of based on the whirlwind that occurred.
It's just fun to get to work with your spouse.
It's really about being part of the neighborhood.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Inside Indy. I'm Nikki Dementry in for Megan Shin. Today we're dedicating our half hour to the local businesses that make Central Indiana so unique. We begin on the north side at a shop that's got a little something for just about everyone.
What's some of the advantages of working this with a family member, more specifically your sister?
We know how to fight with each other. Twisted Sisters evolved after our mother passed away unexpectedly and left us in charge of our dad with Alzheimer's, and kind of a whirlwind. So our logo is all kind of based on the whirlwind that occurred taking care of our dad with Alzheimer's. Like, we would always take our dad out to lunch and we'd talk about what we would do if we had a gift store. So we like to do a lot of American made and locally made and that type of thing. One of our biggest hit items is a thing called a Kantha blanket, and they're made by women in India and New Delhi, or Bangladesh, and they're just these gorgeous, colorful blankets that you just can cuddle up in. And so that's probably one of the best things we have. We have lots of good ornaments. I love light up things, so light up Christmas items, and we have a little censored section. It's nothing really bad, but, you know, bad words that people kind of like to go back there and giggle. I love Christmas decorations. And people are always happy, and I don't know, it's just kind of a joyful time of year. So yeah, because you're giving a gift, but then you always end up buying one for yourself too.
CBD is growing in popularity as a way to treat issues ranging from physical pain to mental health. It's a naturally occurring chemical found in cannabis, but unlike THC, CBD is not psychoactive. It does not create a high when used. CBD shops have found a foothold in states like Indiana, where marijuana, well, it's not legal. So we found a locally owned shop if you're looking to try something new or you know someone who could be helped by CBD.
Have you ever tried Delta 8? Do you know about it? Do you know what it is?
I'm familiar with it.
About 4.5 years ago, when CBD very first came to Indiana, I was very passionate about helping people in general, and I found that through research that this was going to be something that could really change people's lives. So that's kind of how it started. I knew people in my personal life that had been helped by cannabis products, and we wanted to do that for our customers and our community. We are different in a sense that most places where you get CBD or cannabis products in Indiana are head shops or vape shops. We wanted to steer away from that. We wanted a place where everybody could come and feel welcome, from the 21-year-old to the 80-year-old, because usually grandma's not going to want to come into a vape shop or a head shop. So that was where we started, and we sell more edibles than anything. And then I would say vape is typically next, and then you'll get down to your tinctures and such. Like you see here, they have CBD, CBC, CBN, CBG, so it's more of it's a broad spectrum product. This business in general is just meeting the customers and getting a connection with them. I have a lot of regular customers that I see at least once a week, sometimes more, and then meeting new people and hearing how we help them and change their life.
The pandemic put many local favorite shops and restaurants out of business, but it also helped create the vision for others. Still ahead, we go inside this Fountain Square favorite. Plus, one of the best gifts for a child is something that will take their imagination on a journey. The local author whose books would make the perfect present. That's all next when Inside Indy returns on WRTV. A book is always a great gift for a growing mind, and this local urban children's author knows how to make children, especially those of color, feel represented in her stories. Take a look.
I'm taller than all of the boys. I'm taller than all of the girls. This is Celebrity Reader Night, and so the Metropolitan School District of Lawrence does this every year where they come together and they select several books, and the books are actually read on stage. Today is a tough day in school. The other kids say, I'm not cool. I remember growing up during a time when there really weren't a lot of books that featured children of color, and so I really wanted to make it a point to make sure that I was showcasing and highlighting that in my books. When you're a children's book author, you have two audiences that you appeal to. Children like colorful things and things that are fun, and parents actually like a lesson, a takeaway. So I've been able to do that like for the last few years, and I'm just having fun with it, and the kids love it. I think that when children see reflections of themselves in books, it contributes to their self-esteem, to their reading comprehension. They love to read, and of course you always like to see images of yourself, in a book, and I think that that's something we're starting to see that a little bit more now than we did back when I was coming along. And so that was my main motivation. I think that children really need to see reflections of themselves as they turn the pages. My grandmother was the inspiration behind Big Mama's House books. That's where I got the name from. And so then it just kind of took off from there. I think the favorite so far with the children, and this is boys and girls alike, is Tina Tucker Toodles. It's about this rambunctious little girl who refuses to eat her vegetables. So the theme of that book is all about eating healthy and eating your vegetables. The second book is called I Can't Wait, and it's about divorce, co-parenting, and separation. And this little boy just looks forward to spending the weekends with his dad and all of the fun things that they do. My third book is Big Mama's House, which was again themed after my grandmother, and it's all about the celebration of family. The kids go over to Grandma's house. I came along during a time when we would go to Grandma's house and we did everything. We spent the night, we played games. That's where we celebrated all of the holidays. And then the fourth book, The Tallest, is all about bullying. And Monique is the tallest girl in her school. And I think to be a little boy and be tall, it's kind of cool. But sometimes to be a girl, it's a little socially awkward. So it's all about bullying, and the kids really love that. Normally when I go to the schools, I have them to do like an anti-bullying vow, and they just have a lot of fun with it. And then my final book, Yum Yum Bubblegum, is about a little girl who, she has a lot of hair and she loves to chew bubble gum. And of course her mom tells her, spit your gum out at night. And of course she does not. And so she ends up getting the gum stuck in her hair. And so she has to end up getting her hair cut. So that book is about following directions and minding your parents. So Big Mama's House Books offers urban books for all children, all shapes, sizes, and colors. And I always say that the books are for the young and the young at heart.
Welcome back. This holiday season, WRTV's Inside Indy is profiling local businesses that could be the perfect place to snap up gifts for your family and your friends. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many businesses, as we know, went under. But others, well, they were born from the conditions the pandemic created. That includes Tuggle's Gifts and Goods in Fountain Square.
We started in November of 2020. Ross and I both make things. I make polymer clay earrings, he makes wooden wall art, and those were just hobbies at the time, but we had a lot of extra time on our hands like a lot of people did in 2020, and just realized that it would be really neat to have a storefront for our items to sell, and as well as a lot of other local Indiana makers. You know, really, we love small businesses. Even before we ever made anything, we love supporting local artists, and just realized that it would be a really neat opportunity to have a storefront to create a space for other people to join us.
I think it's just so cool to give people an opportunity to kind of grow their brand and like kind of chase their dream of, oh, I work a 9 to 5, but I make pottery on the side. I wish I could go full-time pottery. And I think that's kind of our main focus, is try to push people to do it. If this is your dream and this is what you want to do, we'll help you by giving you the space to sell it and kind of push you towards that. So it's been cool to kind of see makers who have been in here who are now doing it full-time, not necessarily because of our store, but it's just kind of a stepping stone, and that's been really cool to kind of help people chase their dream while we're kind of chasing ours too.
It's just fun to get to work with your spouse, and like, you could also see it as a con that we don't have a ton of good work-life balance, but it's also fun to we get to share so much of our days either literally with each other or getting to talk about it in such a, we're not just catching up, it's we truly are having fun talking about the store or customers we saw or our days. Candles sell super well, very regularly here. I think they're an easy gift item. Cards are a big seller. I think we have a lot of fun card selection. Ross's woodworking is definitely a very popular item that brings people specifically to the store who maybe have heard about it other places and they come shop here.
We just got a cold fridge for cold drinks, and those are selling really well. Locally, craft sodas, those are selling really well. And I think we're about to get some Tinker coffee in there, and I imagine that'll do well too.
We love the Fountain Square neighborhood, and so being a small business in this neighborhood, and not just the other stores and businesses around here, but literally the people that live in this neighborhood are amazing. And we have so many really frequent customers, like people who come in weekly or more than weekly to buy their gifts for their baby shower or their birthday party they're going to, and it's just really neat to see. We do get some out of town traffic and stuff like that, but so many really loyal local customers, and it's fun to be a part of a neighborhood that likes our store and appreciates that we're here, and it feels like a neat thing we've gotten to add to the community.
A fairy porch party, a healing with beading workshop, vintage tea parties. Those are just a few examples of events hosted at a vintage art and antique shop on the city's Far East Side. WRTV sat down with the women behind this effort.
Celestial Arts and Antiques is a vintage/antique/art/event space.
Celestial Arts and Antiques is a creative community space on Indy's Far East Side.
We have workshop Wednesdays. They're weekly craft workshops. So we'll have let's say a crochet artist come in and they want to teach other people beginner crochet workshop lessons.
Eliza Sarvar co-owns the store alongside her mother, Rebecca Gaines. And while they only opened up last year, antiquing is a family tradition.
My grandparents were collectors in Russellville, Kentucky. right outside of Bowling Green. And my grandparents collect odd and cool and vintage and all kind of stuff. I mean, you name it, they probably had it. And my grandfather retired from Coca-Cola, so he had a lot of Coca-Cola stuff. And my mom, she said we need to open up a store so we can sell some of this stuff.
The pair is now asking for help from the community.
We're not business savvy. We're art. We know about the art stuff, but we're looking for more partners. We're looking for people who know about actual business.
After a year in business, they say revenue is low and they've been paying for the building lease and other bills out of pocket. They're hoping a GoFundMe will help them grow their business.
We want to open up a small coffee shop inside of the antique shop, so we're just trying to stay afloat and trying to have, you know, a little coffee shop where people can come constantly for more business and more art stuff.
Gaines says she and Sarver plan to keep Celestial going as long as they can. For WRTV, I'm Shakira Harris.
Fancy an item straight from France for the worldly friend in your life? What about a Hoosier-made craft? Well, those are both options at a sweet little Greenwood gift shop called Brick and Mortar.
What's your favorite part of the job?
Oh, buying stuff. And then I love doing displays, and I love putting together gift baskets. It's a gift shop, a concept shop, and we went to like 5 or 6 in Europe, and they were small and little and had just super different stuff, and so that's what we decided to create here. And everything is from different little places. Some stuff is from Paris, some stuff is from Greenwood, Indiana, and then we look for female-owned businesses, sustainable, like just really different stuff that you can't get on Amazon and you can't get at all the little boutique shops. We don't have a storeroom, and so everything we buy is limited quantities, and it changes all the time. Like now we have kids' clothes, and we don't always have kids' clothes. And so it just kind of depends. Like a lot of people want to sell in major bulk, and we can't. We can only buy limited quantities. If somebody comes in and says that they want to get a gift for somebody, that's what we're really good at. Like putting together little gift boxes and it's all super affordable, where sometimes you go in the little shops and it's like a gift box is going to cost you $150. It's super affordable, but we can, if they tell us what they're into, then we can piece together stuff and make really nice gift boxes. Christmas is the best time of the year. We have little villages, we have tea towels, we wrap Christmas presents, we have ornaments, and we have holiday candles. And we have kids' books, and this one is a local artist, author, Terry Borders, and he lives right in our neighborhood. What's crazy is we have amazing hair clips, and that's like definitely like one of our best sellers. We have travel books, we have earrings, but yeah, gift boxes, hair clips, #1. Our shop is so affordable. Like I don't think we have very much that's over even $50. So like lip balms are $10, we have stickers for $3, but very affordable.
Finding the perfect gift. Coming up, the gift shop in Irvington that can help you out if you have no idea what to get that one person on your list. That's next on WRTV. You're watching Inside Indy. Getting ready for the holidays. Right now, WRTV's Inside Indy is bringing you profiles on local businesses around the area that you may not have known about otherwise. We're taking you now to Irvington to meet a shop owner who's ready for a challenge on your gift list.
Black Sheep Gifts, we opened in 2010. My father passed away in 2009. The store is actually named after him, so it's Thanks Frank LLC, but we do business as Black Sheep Gifts. So I used his life insurance money to start the business, and we kind of joke that on his side of the family, it's a whole herd of black sheep. There aren't really any white sheep, a few gray. So it just became apropos to name it Black Sheep Gifts. I love a challenge of having somebody come in and say, I'm looking for a gift for a 12-year-old boy and I don't know what to get him. My favorite thing is I feel like it's challenge accepted, and I can come up with 5 or 6 items and putting personal touches on things. Being able to create and curate the right gift for each person. We sell a lot of socks. We have fun socks, we have cozy socks. Socks is always big this time of year. We do a lot with puzzles and games. We say we take you cradle to grave, so we have something for everybody. So there's not really a specific item, it's just more of groupings. As the holidays roll in, toys and games sell a lot better. Again, food, all of the little items that you pick up for the holidays. The best part of owning a local business is the connection to your community. The community is so supportive. Here in Irvington, we have a great neighborhood and a great group of people. That's probably my favorite thing about owning a small business is feeling connected to the community. I keep thinking that what I really want is the next generation to bring their kids through Irvington and say, oh, I remember there used to be this gift shop there and the lady had candy and, you know, she would give us a piece sometimes and things like that. So it's really about being part of the neighborhood.
Thank you so much for taking time to join us for this special small business edition of Inside Indy. Full profiles on each business we featured are up right now on the WRTV mobile app. You can also go back and check them out simply by heading to WRTV.com/InsideIndy. Until we see you next, happy shopping.